Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And can we have one freaking patch, one expansion without drama, without issues, where we can actually just have fun and enjoy stuff? Well, not really this time around. We did get the patch today that had like the balance change to Druid, Perils of Paradise loaded into the game, dual class arena, but all anyone could talk about was this no sign of a new board, an unprecedented thing in Hearthstone history where literally every expansion, every adventure ever, there's a brand new board and it's just not there. And well, Blizzard's responded to it, and maybe we'll get some answers and I'll theorize what the hell is going on and why do they keep making all these absolutely boneheaded decisions. Before we get into all that, we announced our giveaway yesterday for 2 rewards tracks in my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like, comment in the video link description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. We managed to hit the next 1,000 subs by next Tuesday. I'll add another rewards track. Hit that sub button, make me go broke. And a reminder, we're going to be doing the theory crafting stream today on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zeddy at 9 a.m. Pacific. We'll be giving away like 3 mega bundles. I got 2 regular pre-orders, all courtesy of Blizzard. There's also drops, I believe, for 2 packs from Perils in Paradise. I think you gotta watch this like a couple hours, so you can earn that watching our channel, any other Hearthstone channel, but yeah, drops as well. So they do some nice stuff, right? There you go. Thank you to them for that. So tune in, check it out. We'll upload gameplay on the channel later if you want to see some of the cool new cards, because the set looks really cool. There's a lot of great stuff, but when you log in and you play, whenever there's been a new expansion, the new board's a really cool part of it. And yes, I tweeted no sign of a new board, and quickly after, Imic, who like does a lot of the data mining, tweeted this out saying, now what you've all been waiting for, there is no new board in the data. This is how a board gets assigned in the data, expansion prefix underscore board. There is none for vac board, vac equals prefix for this expansion. So absolutely nothing there. I wasn't too thrilled about it. You guys know I've been worried about this because again, it wasn't in the previews, wasn't in the patch notes, which it always is. So I just said on Twitter, F it, tell me how much you need to make a new board and I'll pay for it myself. like it's just something that needs to be in the game. But Theo then did remind me, it might cost like $1 million. And yeah, okay, never mind them. But just a frustration. And you go to the Hearthstone subreddit, that's all it was about today, including, well, my confirmation of it. I tweeted it for those sweet Reddit points that mean absolutely nothing. 10-year anniversary of Hearthstone has felt like a funeral. The lack of a board is not the most shocking. The lack of communication is. Community comments from our video, but board rotation should go. There's no new board. Like, it's a lot of frustration, right? I thought the most telling thread was this one where it says, this 10-year anniversary of Hearthstone has felt like a funeral so far. It's oddly pathetic and seems like that Hearthstone employees were told to stay hush about the game board or lack of it. That in hopes that later they broke the news, more people would have pre-ordered the expansion and it wouldn't kick them in the ass as much. How is it that Hat can answer? That's ridiculous. Hat, the community manager, who is, again, please don't blame him for this or any of this because it's not him. Believe me, can answer every question within a second on this sub in regards to anything other than the game board, while the top of it runs rampant in every single thread, which, yeah, it's jarring. It's like he's not allowed to speak, which is what I've been kind of saying with Cora and Hat saying, you know, let your voices be heard thing, right? It's them saying we can't say anything, in my opinion, at least. It's speculation, but that's what it comes off like. It says if you haven't pre-ordered the expansion yet, don't buy the Tavern Pass either. This is how they are willing their player base that stuck with them for a decade. I don't think they deserve a penny more from us. They can't keep getting away. It's like the Jesse Breaking Bad meme, monetizing every single aspect of the game. What more are they going to take away and cut corners on? We've seen a record amount of signature cards, and you're telling me there's no budget for a game board. The community showed their outcry during the Quest Changes saga, and it worked. It's sad to see that Hearthstone is slowly becoming nothing but a cash grab. And my stance on, like, you know, the more cosmetics, the more expensive, dumb, pointless crap that I buy, right? That's fine in my opinion, as long as you're not cutting corners on other stuff, which they really haven't. And now we're seeing that. If we're gonna get more signatures, more diamonds, more whatever, portraits, crazy portraits, right? That's fine. I'm happy to pay for that dumb crap. But when you start taking stuff away too, and then asking for more money, That's not going to fly, and it's not going to fly with someone like me. I'm at the point where, yeah, I'm ready to just stop spending. What's the point? If they want to punish people, take things away while they asking for even more money, no, you don't get that. Even from a content creator, you don't get that, and I will take that away. However, they did see all this flack. They did see all this feedback, and we got a statement, which could be good, could be bad. It's rather ominous wording. I'll explain why I think it's that way. Hearthstone tweeted this out well after their business hours wrapped at 5:40 p.m. We hear your questions on what's changing and why, including why there is no new board for Perils in Paradise. Hang tight. We don't have an answer. As we'll be sharing an update next week on that, along with what the team is focusing on for the future. So obviously, this says nothing. It's clear they were not expecting this big pushback over just a measly board. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, they're like, okay, this is really, really bad. They probably just saw like a dip in the normal expected like pre-orders they would see on a day like this today, where they have all the stuff in the game. They probably expect a bit of a boost. It probably went the other way. In the weekly quests, again, they weren't expecting a big thing about it. And then they saw people likely, this is just me theorizing, not logging into the game all of a sudden, like, oh shit, we better go back on that and change things. And they literally made it so the weeklies were easier than before while giving more XP. Like, they realized they made such a big issue for something that was never supposed to be an issue. Nobody ever talked about that, and they somehow made it a problem. You know what? Something people never talked about being a problem? The new boards in the game. It was just a nice thing to expect. And they're like, well, nobody ever talks about the boards. It costs us, a few $1,000s or a ton of dev resource time. What if instead of making a board, we just put them, like some of the artists, on like some diamonds and signatures, pump out a few more of those. We could charge a lot for that. And the new board, like maybe a couple people will complain, but it's not that big a deal. That's what the suits are saying. That's what I think is going on. Management, the people that make these decisions, are completely out of touch and don't realize how big a deal something like this is. And I stated this basically the day before this patch, where I've seen a lot of Hearthstone is dying talk. The game is doing fine, which if you take a look at all the metrics, it really is. Like, it's fine. You look Google Trends, it does better than like Marvel Snap. We do better on Twitch. We do better on YouTube. We do better like every possible place like that. The only thing is like mobile revenue is a little bit lower, but again, Hearthstone has always been more PC based, and you don't get to see the PC revenue. It's the most pointless thing to try and construe is revenue information from Hearthstone. I know Hearthstone Mathematics has done it, but they're taking the tiniest little sample of something that's not relevant, not reliable, that it's just something you can't do. Every other metric, though, the game is doing relatively well. It just appears management is trying new things and seeing what they can get away with changing. And it's important for us to let them know when a change isn't okay, and we need to keep doing that. That's why they've been so vocal. And that's why the devs, Ridiculous Hat and Cora, have said to be vocal, because it's not their decision. Very clearly. We saw this with weekly quests, early access cards, and they listen, right? We didn't get an early access pre-order card, right? That's another classic out of touch suit moment. It's like, what if we offer them, some early access cards to try out? They'll probably like that, right? That'd be cool, and like some people could buy it. Like, what harm would that be? Because they don't think that way, right? They don't think like a Hearthstone player, a card game player. They're in their own world, right? So I said, hopefully if they see the demand for things like cinematics or new boards, they will reconsider. We just have to let them know respectfully that these things are what make Hearthstone Hearthstone. So they appear to be listening. Again, we'll see what this response is. Obviously, I'll report on it as soon as possible. But whoever is making the decisions right now, you need to talk to the people who are working on your team on the card games, because they've all seen this crap coming, all of them, and you're not listening, and you're destroying your reputation for no good reason. The game board is something you see every game of Hearthstone you play. You don't think people are going to be upset about taking that away? It's going to be a huge deal. The cinematics you probably could get away with because it's not watched by a lot of people. It's just marketing material. It's advertising. This is a core part of the game. You can't just rip it away, take it away with no explanation, no compensation, and expect that to be okay. So I do hope next week they come back and have good news, because they can obviously afford to make new boards. We're seeing more cosmetics, and yeah, the patch update, I mean, take a look at this. Take a look at the diamonds in the game that we'll be able to buy probably for like $50. We have Eliza, a really cool ones, right? Sasquatch looks really awesome. Again, will be super expensive, of course. We also have King Tide is coming, another really cool one. We have Sankazel, so there's some really cool stuff. And there's also like a crazy new priest portrait coming. They have the resources to do all of this, all things they didn't do as much before. To me, it's just them reallocating. Management's like, board's not a big deal. Let's make an extra diamond hero. Let's make an even brand new, crazy over-the-top cosmetic later, right? I'm sure there's more stuff coming. We haven't seen any legendary portrait since they took those away, right? And they just call them diamond. You know that's coming. You know it's going to cost more money, and you know it's going to be crazy and over the top. So when you add that and say, you know, give me $50, $100 for that, but we can't give you a board for the expansion, it's just not acceptable. As for the patch itself, we'll just still go on the end here. As for the patch, make sure type refund your splish splash whelps that are back, get your full dust. The only other major thing going on right now is in the arena, which I recommend checking out. Dual class arena. I've got a druid, I've got a mage going. You get to draft one legendary. Got Caligos. Try that out. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. And the power level is a little bit lower now. There's no curated pool. So that's the main content of this patch. Like until next week when they have all the diamonds for sale and all that stuff. But again, hopefully we get some good news, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to think about all of it. Again, reminder, theory crafting today at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Zeddy. There'll be drops for like 2 packs. We'll be giving away mega bundles, standard bundles, so at least there's some good stuff, of course, right? So make sure to tune in for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.